On Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, we're remembering former First Lady and American activist Rosalynn Carter this morning. More on the legacy she leaves behind at 96. And help has reached premature babies stuck in what the World Health Organization is now calling a death zone. We'll tell you what's next in their journey as they evacuate to safer conditions. Across the crossroads, a suspicious device found at an apartment complex over the weekend. Investigators questioning what it is and where it came from. We'll tell you what we know so far.
And that cold front's going to be arriving this evening, bringing some possible strong to severe thunderstorms. We'll take a look at that in the weather coming up.
The Cowboys try to pick up a road win, and the Texans trying to further place their stamp in the playoff picture. I'll have that in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Parker Cox.
And today it's the 20th day of November 2023. The time is now 6:31 on our Monday morning, and it is National Hug a Runner Day. So if there's a runner in your family, just give them a big old hug.
Yeah, I'll give him a big old hug.
Are you a runner, Parker?
No, I couldn't run to save my life.
I'm more of a cyclist myself.
A cyclist, yeah, I'm more of a like martial arts and kind of stuff like that.
Oh, martial arts. Okay, Parker, you're gonna show us some moves later on.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
All right. Well, are we gonna want to be running around outside today?
Well, actually, yes. Maybe in the morning hours and maybe in the very early afternoon hours, because we're expecting some thunderstorms coming our way this afternoon along with that cold front. But take a look right now. We're looking, if you're waking up this morning, we're getting a live look at North Victoria, where it is a little foggy out there this morning, and maybe a tad bit foggy in some areas out there, because you've got that temperature of 67, but only 1 degree off is that dew point, bringing us a 97% humidity. So like I said, you might see some patchy fog out there on the roads this morning, so please be careful if you do. We're going to take a look at the shower chances and the thunderstorm timing for the rest of our afternoon here. We've got, like I said, not going to anything start developing into the afternoon hours, as you can see here. Nothing really in our scope here in the morning hours, but like I said, probably around noontime we might start seeing a couple showers start to develop in our area, maybe in the more northern areas, because that front is a little bit further north at that time. But going into the afternoon hours, probably about 2, 3, 4 p.m. this afternoon is when we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms start really becoming more widespread and really start developing into some stronger things. As we take a look here at our severe weather outlook we got, and this is actually issued by the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center. They got an enhanced risk over in Louisiana and western parts of Mississippi and even parts of East Texas, which will give them probably some strong tornadoes and strong thunderstorms this afternoon. But here in the crossroads, and especially in the northeastern counties like Jackson, Lavaca, and Wharton County, y'all are in the marginal risk for today as we take a look at those hazards that are associated with that issued alert day, because there might be a shot of some strong thunderstorms this afternoon. But like I said, northeastern counties are in that marginal risk, and the timing of that is going to be in the afternoon is when those showers and thunderstorms are going to start developing. And the main risk associated with those thunderstorms this afternoon are going to be an isolated tornado and strong winds this afternoon. And like I said, it doesn't have to be only in those northeastern counties. If you take a look back there, it was actually in parts of Houston as well. That actually, even go back here, parts of Houston here also in that marginal risk. So if you have any family in Houston or even parts of eastern Texas, you might want to let them know they might see some severe weather this afternoon. And come a little bit, take a look at that. Those cooling temperatures for the rest of the week after that cold front arrives, and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. Eleanor Rosalynn Carter, an American writer and activist who first served as the First Lady of the United States from 1977 to 1981 as the wife of President Jimmy Carter, has died. Rosalynn Carter died Sunday at her home in Georgia at the age of 96. That's from the Carter Center, which is the couple's human rights group. She was Jimmy Carter's partner, best friend, and closest advisor in and out of the White House for more than 3/4 of a century. In late May, the center announced she was diagnosed with dementia. She entered hospice care on Friday. The former First Lady was widely regarded for her political shrewdness, down-to-earth appeal, and work on behalf of the White House. More than 30 sick premature babies were evacuated from Al-Shifa Hospital to South Gaza Sunday. The 31 infants had survived several days without incubators at the Gaza City Hospital in what the World Health Organization is now calling a death zone. They were taken to Al Sultan Hospital in Rafah under the supervision of the United Nations Refugee Agency. The babies were initially set to then cross the border into Egypt. However, the journey was delayed until later today due to their poor health condition. VPD got a call about a suspicious device found at an apartment complex over the weekend. The device is now in the hands of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, who will investigate further. Police say they got the call around 3 p.m. Saturday from an apartment complex in the 3900 block of Azalea Street. Azalea Street from Melrose Drive to Crestwood Drive shut down until the investigation wrapped up. From what we know right now, the scene is cleared. No further information has released at this time. We reached out for more details and we'll update you as they become available. The City of Victoria may have a vacancy soon for mayor. If the position does become available, the city will undergo a special election. It comes after Victoria Mayor Jeff Bouknight's bid for the Texas House of Representatives District 30 seat. Under law, if an official aims for another office with over a year left in their term, it counts as an automatic resignation. As of now, the City Council plans to call a special election on February 3rd, 2024. Candidates have until December 4th of this year to enter their bid for the position. More information will become available at the City Council meeting Tuesday, November 21st at 107 West 1 Lynn Street at 5 p.m. And whether it's for a small, intimate gathering or a big reunion, or maybe it's Black Friday shopping, millions of Americans will be on the move this Thanksgiving to get together with family and friends. If you plan to hit the roads or take to the skies this week, we have the travel forecast for the holiday.
Day is almost upon us, and AAA is expecting this to be the third busiest Thanksgiving for holiday travel since 2000. 55.4 million Americans are projected to travel domestically over the Wednesday through Sunday holiday period. 49 million are going to drive, while 4.7 million will fly to their destinations.
4.7 million is a big number, and it's a 6% jump compared to 2022.
The TSA says they are ready for the uptick, and to avoid delays, they want you to pack any Thanksgiving dinner items properly.
If you can spill it, spray it, spread it, pump it, or pour it, it's a liquid or it's an aerosol, and it should go in your checked baggage.
Cranberry sauce, even in a jelly-like consistency, cannot be taken in your carry-on luggage. For those 49 million hitting the road, a major reason for delays will be, well, there are 49 million other people out there with you.
Wednesday has notoriously been the worst day to be on the roads before Thanksgiving, and that time frame between 2 and 6 p.m. is the worst time to be on the road, because at that point you're mixing holiday travelers on the roads with commuters, people who have to work on Wednesday.
Try to be on the road by 10 a.m. Wednesday morning or wait until Wednesday night. You can also consider leaving early on Thanksgiving morning.
The roads are much more empty on Thursday morning than they are compared to Wednesday.
The good news for drivers, gas prices are much cheaper this Thanksgiving compared to last year.
They've been steadily coming down since mid-August, and we expect that trend to continue for the next couple of weeks.
Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
AAA expects Sunday to be the busiest day to drive back home and recommends leaving as early as possible Sunday morning, or if you can, push your return trip to Monday or Tuesday. Two special turkeys are living the high life as they prepare for their pardon at the White House today. Liberty and Belle made their debut Sunday and will be spared from the Thanksgiving table this year. They were hatched back in July and raised in Wilmar, Minnesota, and today the president will officially pardon Liberty and Belle in a tradition that was first started by President Truman in 1947. After their day in the spotlight, Liberty and Belle will live out the rest of their lives at the University of Minnesota. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:39 on our Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin arrived in Kyiv, Ukraine today.
Washington and the world remembering a former First Lady. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden offering their condolences to the Carter family. I'm Liz Landers in Washington with all the latest on Rosalynn Carter's life and legacy.
And coming up after the break, we're going to take a look at your school bus forecast. We'll take a look at the allergy report, and we'll also take a look at the shower and thunderstorm opportunities coming this afternoon. Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you're all waking up with us this morning, if you're just tuning in, look at a live look at Cuero. It's a little cloudy out there, and maybe a tiny bit foggy there as we take a look at this current condition. We're sitting at about 68 up there in Cuero right now, but with that dew point matching that temperature, you might see some fog out there because that humidity is at 98% this morning. So please be careful if you see any fog on the roads this morning. And if you're seeing your kiddos off to school, it's going to be about 67 as they're heading out the door with some patchy fog still in the area, and that fog will be out of area probably about 8 a.m. this morning. And as they're heading back home in the afternoon, about 4 p.m., 80 degrees is the afternoon high with some isolated thunderstorms still possibly in the area this afternoon. Take a look at that current visibility. Like I said, some areas out here a little foggy, like here in the Crossroads, about 5 miles, but up there in Wharton might be a little bit more dense up there. So please be careful, like I said, if you're on the roads this morning. Take a look at that algae report. It's going to be a nice day for algae. So only got grass and ragweed pollen are a little low today, but that tree pollen is non-existent today. And here in the Crossroads, it's going to be cooling down into the 60s tomorrow for the rest of this week. And actually warm right back up to the 70s. But after that cold front arrives, we're going to be in the 60s, like I said, with an alert day possible today with some possible strong to severe thunderstorms. So take a look at that and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. The Cowboys trying to handle business on the road and the Texans inching toward the division lead. Here's sports reporter Zach Brown.
The Houston Texans came into Sunday winners of their last two, trying to further cement themselves in the playoff picture against the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray's been back for the last couple weeks, been looking good. The Cardinals strike first in Houston, jumping out to an early 7-0 lead, but the Texans would strike right back. C.J. Stroud finds Dalton Schultz, who slides for about 5 yards into the end zone to tie the game. C.J. Stroud continued to show his brilliance in this one. Special play here to connect with Tank Dell. And while Stroud showed why he's the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year, he had a rookie day as well. 3 picks, all of them right around the red zone area, but the Texans overcome it and win. They are 6-4, and they get the Jags next week. If they win, they would own first place in the AFC South. The Dallas Cowboys went into Carolina and pretty much had their way with the Panthers in the 33-10 victory. Right before the end of the first half, Dak Prescott finds Oklahoma Sooner great CeeDee for the TD to extend their lead from 17 to 3. Dak Prescott played well, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Dallas improves to 7-3. Next up, Thanksgiving football with the Commanders. And I don't know if y'all have been paying attention all year, but I've said it from the get-go. The Texans will win the AFC South. That's your 25 Sports Now.
Thank you, Zach. All right, we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. This morning, tributes are pouring in from Washington and around the world for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died over the weekend at her home in Georgia. She was 96 years old.
A life of service and faith, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter was a mother of 4, a mental health advocate, and a champion of her husband, the 39th President Jimmy Carter. President Joe Biden remembering the family.
You know, they're really an incredible family because they brought so much grace to the office. Look what kind of post-president he was. He did the same thing for people after he was president.
And First Lady Jill Biden highlighting Rosalynn Carter's issue advocacy.
She was well known for her efforts on mental health and caregiving and women's rights. So I hope that during the holidays, you'll consider saying include the Carter family in your prayers.
Born in Plains, Georgia, like her husband, Rosalynn married a young Naval Academy graduate, Jimmy Carter, when she was just 18 years old. After moving for her husband's naval career and running the family's peanut business, Rosalynn helped her husband's political career go from Georgia.
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
To the 1976 presidential trail and then the White House.
So help me God.
She entered the White House at the height of the women's movement, the first time a First Lady maintained an office in the East Wing with formal staff. As she would write in her memoir, quote, "I was more political partner than a political wife." Her husband calling her, quote, "an almost equal extension of myself."
Mental health and the problems of the elderly. Those are the 2 things that I've been interested in for a long time.
After her husband's presidency, Rosalynn received a Presidential Medal of Freedom and devoted herself to Habitat for Humanity. The Carter Center announced that the former First Lady will lie in repose at the Carter Presidential Library in Atlanta next Monday. She will be buried in Plains, Georgia next Wednesday. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Carter was 96 years old. That leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We ask you, how old were you when Jimmy Carter was in office? Okay, let's take a look. 48% of you say you were between 1 and 20 years old, and 43% of you say you were between 20 and 40 years old, and 7% of you say you were between 40 or older. And let's see, 2% of you, that's including me, it's not applicable because you probably weren't born yet. All right, we want to keep hearing from y'all. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. And the time is now 6:47 on our Monday morning. Still to come, we take a look at severe weather that moved through parts of Arizona. Okay, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Fabian. Hope you have a great day. Love from your family.
And happy birthday to Julian. A big happy birthday to my love, Julian. Hope you have a great day today. Carlos and I love you.
Happy birthday to Cassie. Hope you have a great day. Love you lots from your family.
And happy birthday to Lauren. Happy birthday, honey.
And happy 14th birthday to Jennifer. You're the best thing in our life. We love you with all our hearts, Mom, Dad, and Miley.
And happy 19th birthday to Candy. We love you so much. Hope you have a great day today from your family.
And the 46th President of the United States is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to President Biden. He's 81.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on More, and under Home, you see KAVU to submit your birthday.
How convenient it is to have a birthday right next to the Thanksgiving, all your family getting together. I want like a turkey cake.
Oh yeah, you get double food.
Right? All right, the time is now 6:48 on our Monday morning.
Happy birthday. If you're celebrating with us, stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you're all waking up this morning, or if you're just tuning in, it's going to be a little stormy day today. If you take a look at your severe weather outlook here, this has been issued by the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center. They got an enhanced risk over in Louisiana, parts of eastern Texas, and parts of western Mississippi under the gun for some strong tornadoes today. But here in the Crossroads, here, especially the northeastern counties down here, we got like Jackson County, Lavaca County, and Wharton County are all in that marginal risk today. So please be careful if you do see some thunderstorms today. So take a look at those risks for today. Like I said, those northeastern counties are in that marginal risk for today. Even Houston's in that risk today. So if you have family out there, please let them know. But those isolated thunderstorms will be developing around noontime, maybe a little after noontime, with an isolated tornado or strong winds are those main threats this afternoon. So please be weather aware this afternoon if you're going to be out on the roads today. We'll take a look at that and those cooling conditions after that cold front arrives tonight, and more, and it's Thanksgiving travel forecast and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin is making an unannounced visit to Kyiv, Ukraine today. He stepped off the train and was greeted by Ambassador Bridget Brink and the defense attaché B.G. Kipling Collar. While the three were saying hello, there was loud music playing on the speakers on the platform. The visit is a push to keep money and weapons flowing to Ukraine, even as the U.S. and international resources are stretched by the new global risk raised by the Israel-Hamas conflict. Secretary Austin is scheduled to meet with senior officials and publicly press Ukraine's urgent military needs as it enters another tough winter of fighting. Right-wing libertarian Javier Milei was elected as president of Argentina on Sunday. Milei successfully rode a wave of voter anger with the political mainstream, and won by a wider than expected margin. He secured 56% of the vote compared to the 44% obtained by his political rival and economy minister, Sergio Massa. Milei has been particularly popular among younger voters. His victory even prompted hundreds of his supporters to gather in downtown Buenos Aires in celebration of the election results. The newly elected president is pledging economic shock therapy with plans that include shutting the central bank, ditching the peso, and spending cuts. Wow, sounds like quite the change. Still to come on Sunrise, used to know before you go. At least one person was hurt following a large fire in Pennsylvania. Severe weather moved through parts of Arizona over the weekend. In Star Valley, a tornado left multiple homes with severe damage Sunday. Strong winds caused severe damage throughout the area. Leaders say that the tornado traveled about 100 yards at peak wind speeds of about 95 to 105 miles per hour. So far, there are no reports of any injuries. At least one person was hurt following a large fire in Pennsylvania Sunday. Emergency crews were called to the scene shortly before 10 p.m. on Grandview Avenue. Multiple homes sustained damage. The fire reached 3 alarms and 12 fire agencies responded. One person was taken to the hospital for treatment. California's 10 freeway reopened Sunday evening after it closed due to an arson fire on November 11th. Eastbound and westbound lanes opened just in time for the Monday commute and holiday travel plans. The damaged stretch of road handles about 300,000 vehicles per day. Contractors removed all of the debris and hazardous materials from beneath the damaged section. LA Mayor Karen Bass said crews will continue to work on and off the ramps to reopen them despite the lanes reopening. Governor Gavin Newsom warned commuters in a press release to expect intermittent lane closures and temporary closures on occasional weekends and overnight. The westbound and left turn lanes on Crestwood Drive between Laurent Street and Bluebonnet Drive will close November 20th through the 24th for road repairs. The eastbound lane will remain open and traffic will be able to turn left onto Laurent Street from the eastbound lane. All homes in the area will remain accessible. Victoria County Commissioners meet today at 10 a.m. at the Victoria County Courthouse. Here are some items from the agenda. They'll canvass the November 7th, 2023 constitutional amendment election, and they'll also discuss county facility parking lot projects by all precincts. Virtual meeting options are available if you cannot attend the meeting today in person. Seeking lower electricity rates, residents in 2 East Texas towns hope the state will intervene. Read this story by the Texas Tribune by going to our website, crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And we have time for a final check of our forecast with Parker. Parker.
Thanks, Caroline. And good morning, folks. If you're all waking up, it's a little cloudy out there this morning, starting out the day here in Victoria, but a little nice out there. Actually, 67 that morning temperature starting the day. But like I said, with the dew point only 1 degree off, might be a tad bit patchy foggy out there. So please be careful if you see any foggy conditions out there on the road this morning. We're going to take a look at those storms for the rest of this afternoon because we might see some strong, maybe even severe thunderstorms this afternoon. To take a look, maybe some showers and thunderstorms developing around noontime, becoming more widespread, especially in the afternoon hours, where you might see a couple of strong thunderstorms up in the Houston area and maybe even some areas in the northeastern counties here in the marginal risk, where we might see maybe an isolated shower, isolated tornado, or maybe some strong winds as well. And that cold front's going to arrive tonight, bringing us into the 60s over the next few days. Going to be a nice next few days ahead of your Thanksgiving. We'll take a look at that more over the next couple days.
I am ready for that cold front, Parker. I cleaned all my blankets yesterday and socks.
Oh yeah.
They may not all match. All right, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful start to your week, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join us tonight for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.